Hey, this is Garrett McAllister from Clean Direct, the home of Skyvac here in North America. And today we're going to be going through the Skyvac Sonic Atom. Now, this particular system is a two-motor system that runs at a 110 volt standard, 15 amps. So it'll plug into any normal residential outlet here in the US or Canada. And the system is designed for a commercial use or residential use. This particular system is an upgrade from our Mighty Atom, which we've had on the market for a long time, because it has multiple features that have been improved. First of all, we have a lower form factor, which means that it's much more stable and has a stronger and more stable base with rollers to make the system more mobile and reduce, or in some cases eliminate, the possibility of it tipping over. Because when we're using it in the field, mobility is super important, and we like the fact that this sits a little lower than the Mighty Atom from that standpoint, especially if you're using it in a commercial environment, working with it all the time. This unit also has a suction and blow feature, which is great. We were able to incorporate with this new design a blow feature, and it is here in the top where we have a metal input, and then the suction is here on the side where we have a cyclonic side mounted port. So this is the electrical cable. It's approximately 20 feet. As you can see here, a standard 110 15 amp plug. And if we turn this around, you'll see here that it also has a handle on each side. So if we want to lift this and carry it, we can. This particular system is a very compact system, so if you have limited space in your vehicle, this is going to fit much better than our larger size systems. So the drum is made from stainless steel, which is more durable than the polyethylene tank on the Mighty Atom. This particular unit has two snaps, 1, 2, and we can take the handle and lift off the head. So the Skyvac Sonic has a cartridge filter underneath the back head. And this is a very easy filter to clean. They do hold up for quite a long time if you take care of them. And it has a shield that protects the filter. So as the debris comes into the suction port here, it's gonna come in and deflect off of this metal deflector to prevent the filter from prematurely fouling. And to remove it, it's very easy. You just pull this little hand twist knob and there's the filter. You can clean this with water. It's wet dry. You can blow it out with a blower, scrub it. Just don't want to fray those cloth fibers, but you can lightly scrub it and keep this really clean. The system comes with one. If you most guys have 1 or 2 extra ones on hand, just to make sure that if they're in a really nasty job that they can clean these at the end of the day. If this gets clogged, it will suffer the performance of the machine. So this portion right here is the filter tree. And what you'll notice is a little opening here, and inside there is a float valve. So if this fills up with water, this float valve is going to float up and cut off access to the motor so it doesn't damage your system. To put this filter back on, you simply pop it on like this and align the knob and twist, and it's back on. And in order to reseat the head, we'll just pop it right here, and we're good to go. So we have the Sonic broken down into 2 components at the moment. Here we have the drum and we have the vac head. So I'm going to lift this up so you can see the bottom, and as you look at the bottom, you'll see there's 4 casters. They're kind of light duty casters. It makes it really easy to move around. And then if you'll look here, there is a drain hose at the bottom. So if you want to drain out some water out of this unit, you can pop that open and drain it. Water weighs about 8 pounds per gallon, so it can get kind of heavy if you have a full drum of water. In order to put the vac head back onto the system, we'll just pop it right on here, and there's 2 clamps. Those clamps are here on the side, and we'll clamp it down. It's very easy to use. So the Skyvac Sonic is going to come with 8 carbon fiber poles. One of those is the Elite back release pole, and 7 of them are the hybrid clamp poles, which is a combination carbon fiber, fiberglass mix. It also comes with 2 hoses, and you see 2 here because one is designed to hook up to the poles. That's this wire reinforced hose, and it has the hose to drum clamp and also the hose to pole clamp. So that's going to come with your system. The system is also going to come with a shorter hose, a standard hose, and this is used for a wet dry floor kit that comes standard with the Sonic as well. So that's an added benefit because we know that a lot of people want to dual purpose this system, use it for cleaning up in their garage or inside, or just do small task jobs with it, as well as cleaning at height. So this is the 16-foot hose that comes with the Sonic Atom, and it has a wire reinforced structure. It's super light and comes with the cuffs on the end, one for the drum and one to the poles. So this is how the cuffs clamp to the system. So down here is the suction port, and this is the hose cuff, and we're just going to snap that in very simply. And if we want to remove it, we'll pull it out, press this button and pull it out. Then if we want to use the blow feature, we're going to take this, pop it into the blow feature. If we want to remove it, just press that button and remove it. So your Sonic Atom comes with 8 poles. One of them is this back release pole made from carbon fiber. It is super light and easy to use. It's a really unique design because it has a vacuum release built into the stem where you just twist it like that to eliminate your vacuum stream up at top without cutting off the machine. So this is good for clearing clogs or dropping heavy items. As you capture them up top, you can just drop them down to the ground by twisting this stem. So your system's going to come with one of these. It has the reinforced clamp system at the top. This gives extra rigidity as you go up to possibly 40 feet for your cleaning, and it is a clamp system so that they won't come apart when you're working. These clamps, if you wear it out or break it, they're very easily replaced. This pole is a fantastic pole. It was patented a few years back and has been a game changer to the industry. Now, we also have 7 of these coming with your system. This is a hybrid clamped pole, which is a carbon fiber fiberglass composite, and it also is a clamped system. They are non-branded, so they do not have the Skyvac logo on them. But these, you'll get 7 of these with your system, and they are also extremely light and compatible with the back release pole. So what we're going to do is show you how we put these together. It's very easy. I'm going to slide this in. Make sure your clamp is at the top. And we just slide this in. You'll see there's a little edge or lip here. We don't want to go past that. Right up to here and clamp it together and we're good to go. Now if you're working in the field, you're going to put the carbon fiber tool holder, which we'll talk about in a little bit. That'll go on the top pole. You'll build it first, choose the tool that you're going to use, and then you'll add poles underneath it as you build it up to your desired height. Then, once you've built it to your desired height, we typically will hook that into the gutter and just kind of let it rest. It's really light, it's not going to hurt anything. Then we'll grab the hose and we'll already have it placed into the port on the machine, and then we'll just grab the side that has the pole cuff and we simply slide it on like that and we're ready to go. So your Sonic Atom system will also come with a carry bag for your poles. The poles fit in here, and then in the side here are side pockets with zippers, and you can put your tools in here for storage. This helps keep everything together nice and neat. These are good quality bags, should last you quite a while. So the Sonic Atom will also come with a carry bag for your hose. This is our newest carry bag, and it's very good quality and can help keep your hose contained while you're transporting it and moving from job to job. So your Skyvac Sonic is going to come with the following tools in your kit. Let's start with the carbon fiber tool holder. So this is a 135-degree carbon fiber tool holder. This sits at the very top pole and will hold the tools here on the end. Now this is our 3rd or 4th iteration of this design. This is the very best we've ever made. It has a fat or rigid neck here which allows the air to flow and the debris to come through without having to take so sharp of a turn, which reduces clogs in this area. And it also has the elite clamp system here so that we can clamp on tools so we don't lose them in the gutter. So I'm going to grab this tool. This is our daily end tool. This is probably my favorite and most popular tool. It's simply a plastic tool that fits into the end here with a pointed tip for some dirt, a little bit of dirt breaking, and then you clamp it on. It is super light and you can do your cleaning. Then we have some other tools up here that'll be part of the kit. So you have the long end tool. This is a metal aluminum tool that cleans down to where the bend is in the downspout. This is a dual tool which has a scallop end on one end and a dirt breaker end on the other. And this is a reducer tool which reduces the opening to increase the pressure at your cleaning point. And then we have a crevice tool. So there are some gutters, especially here in the US, that have shingles that hang over the gutter, and it makes it a really tight space to try to get down in there and clean. So with this one, we have a narrow, flat surface that you can go in and clean. Also, let's talk about, so those are all included, but let's talk about the blower tool. Now this is an add-on tool, this is an additional tool, and it can certainly be purchased if you want it. If you feel like you're going to be using the blow function on the Sonic Atom a lot, this is one that we constructed here out of some different parts that we had, and it really works great. We use the silicone style neck. The silicone style is not as good as the carbon fiber style from a general cleaning or suction standpoint, because the debris doesn't flow as quickly through here as the smooth interior of this one. However, from a blowing standpoint, it works great because we know this is going to be bouncing around and scraping on the top of those shingles, and they act like sandpaper, and that wears out the carbon fiber really quick. So this is much more durable. Eventually it will wear out if you use it enough, but this is going to give you kind of a spongy, cushiony piece to put on the roof, especially if you're blowing down pine needles or you're clearing the valley, getting all the debris there. And then we move it into a reducer, which concentrates the airstream a little better for a better result. And then here, this is an adapter, a carbon fiber spigot, which allows us to adapt it to our elite poles. So this setup is called the blower tool. If you're going to be using the blow function a lot, I recommend adding that to your purchase. So earlier in the video, we talked about the Sonic Atom. One of the bonuses you get is a floor kit and a separate hose for doing floor work, something ground level, maybe cleaning up the shop, maybe cleaning up the garage, those types of day-to-day tasks. Well, I wanted to show you what the floor kit looks like. Please disregard these tools at the top. They're for another system that we have, but what I'd like to show you here is this piece, which is the wand, and the 3 separate tools used for hardwoods and carpet, and the cuff that works, and each cuff that works with your hose. So that's going to be used in the situation where you want to clean at ground level. And that will come with your kit. Okay, so let's talk about the extra tools. These are tools that are not part of the standard kit, but may be useful in your day-to-day work, depending on what type of facility you're working on. So as you can see on this board, we have several different types of additional tool holders and some additional tools. Let me show you what they are. So the first one I'd like to point out is the 180-degree carbon fiber piece. Now, how is this used? As we talked about earlier, the standard angle for cleaning is at 135 degrees. This is really the most comfortable distance from the structure. We tested this and found that this particular angle works best when cleaning day to day. But let's say that something is blocking your access here. It could be another building that's close up. It could be a vicious dog on a chain. It could be a drop off. It could be a fence, something that prevents you from standing here to clean. So we've invented the 180, which will actually allow you to stand directly underneath the gutter. If you do and you're using it, we do recommend you wearing a hard hat and glasses in case something pops out of the gutter and hits you in the head. But this allows you to clean from directly underneath, therefore bypassing the obstruction that keeps you from working out here. Okay, this is the straight tool holder. And this is in a situation, not often, but sometimes where you might want to clean straight on. Maybe you're standing up on the roof, or maybe you have a special project you're working on. This would allow you to attach tools and clean directly straight forward. We also have a 90-degree tool holder. That's what this is. This allows you to stand up on a roof or scaffolding, maybe on a ladder or lift. Not that we highly recommend that method, but there are some instances where you may need to do that. This would allow you to clean at a 90-degree angle and give you the proper angle to get the job done. Then we have a few tools that are what I'd call extra, and some of them are really great. So let's talk about the multi-tool. So this particular tool fits into the top of an Elite pole and allows you to change your vacuum poles into a water-fed pole. I don't recommend it if you're going to be doing window cleaning all the time, but there might be every once in a while where you want to dual purpose your Elite poles, your poles that come with your system, and you can pop that in, screw a brush on, run a water line, and actually create some type of cleaning utensil to clean up at height. That's what that is, called the multi-tool. We also have the high flow tool, and this was designed originally for pine needles, especially short pine, but also long pine. And you can see here it has an oval shape, which allows you to get a scooping action down in that narrow gutter. And this is very popular for those types of applications. We also have the Viper tool. So this is our most aggressive tool. I really like it because here we get a lot of really heavy debris, clumps of pine needles, trees growing out of the gutters. This is your digging tool that allows you to get all of that up out of the gutter. It's called the Viper tool, also known as the Freddy Krueger tool, but this thing is really aggressive. You got to be careful, you don't want to damage anything, but obviously this is going to really get in there and do the digging that you need to get out some of those troublesome type clogs in the gutter. Now let's talk about the hose and how we can extend the hose to a longer length. Your system's going to come with 16 feet of hose, but you're more than welcome to add an additional length of hose. Now remember, the further you add or longer you go out, the less suction you're going to get. So if you're cleaning a structure and you add two hoses together and you're going up 40 feet, you're probably not going to have a lot of suction with this smaller Sonic system versus maybe our 85 or Interceptor or larger systems. But let's say you're just doing a maintenance clean or it's very light duty and you really don't want to move this machine around very much, you could add an additional hose if you wanted to. If you were going to do that, we have a hose-to-hose connector, and as you can see here, this is our wire reinforced hose, and this is a connector that actually sits or seats inside, and then we clamp this on and it's ready to go. Okay, we also have a little connector here which actually doesn't work with the vac poles but works with a standard Euro threaded pole. So if you have some type, we have a Sky pole that we offer. We also offer the Ionic system poles, but this will allow you to thread onto a separate telescoping pole and add our Sky cam or survey cam onto that. And then lastly, we have what we call a gutter fork. This is also another tool for the Sky pole or the telescoping pole, which allows you to have a way to grab large items out of the gutter. I remember back to a job that I did many years ago where there were old gutter guards that had failed and fallen down into the gutter, and we actually used this to fish all of them out from about 2.5 stories, from the ground. Hi, and welcome to Skyvac. Today we're going to talk about the Skyvac Sonic Atom. The Sonic Atom is one of our newer systems in our smaller to mid-range gutter cleaning systems, mobile, and it is a supersized, supercharged, and supersonic unit. It's very popular. It's a compact system, so it fits well within a vehicle, especially if you don't have a whole lot of room. It's a 110 volt, 2-motor system that runs at a powerful 1600 watts and can plug into any standard outlet. Now, yes, it does not perform to the standard of our Skyvac 85 or our Interceptor. Those are larger and more expensive systems. But the Skyvac Sonic has a lot of use cases, and can be quite a tool to add to your arsenal as you're doing gutter cleaning. So I mentioned the compactness of it all. It has a 12-gallon or 45-liter drum and a vac head with the cartridge style filter, which is very easy to clean and maintain. It is designed for high reach. It comes with a very lightweight clamped pole system. Those poles are non-branded, and they are the hybrid style. So that is a carbon fiber composite with fiberglass. It comes with a toolkit. The toolkit includes a 135-degree carbon fiber tool holder and the standard Elite tools that come with all of our systems. It also is a very mobile unit, and it has 4 sturdy multi-directional casters and at the bottom base, which keeps it, because it has a low setting point, it prevents it, or it'd take a lot to tip it over because it sits pretty low and has a wider base. So we really like that about it. And it does have a drain hose for easy water removal from the drum. The Sonic system has a 110-inch water lift, and you combine that with 170 CFM airflow, which gets the job done fast. It's designed for both residential or domestic and commercial gutter cleaning. I think a lot of the people that own this also offer window cleaning and other types of services. Maybe gutter cleaning is not their everyday job all day long, but they do a fair amount of gutter cleaning, or they're in a geographical area where the debris might be light to medium debris. That system performs really well in those situations. It will also work in heavy debris and pine needles. It's just going to take longer. So if you're looking for the optimal speed and efficiency, the Skyvac Sonic is not going to perform quite as well as the 85 or the Interceptor. So if you're looking to just maximize every single time of day, you're going to want to scale upwards. But if you're looking for a partner to help you with some of those jobs, and certainly some of the jobs that are more difficult to reach, the Sonic is going to be a great choice for you. It does have a blow feature, and the blow feature is quite nice. As mentioned in the video, you pop the cuff into the blow feature, attach your poles, and you can blow down debris off the top of the roof, whether it rests in the valley or like where we're at here, we have pine needles that rest on top of the roof. You can blow all of that down. The filter underneath is the cartridge filter, and it is a cyclonic input into the drum. So as debris comes in, it's going to be deflected by the deflector that protects that canister or cartridge filter. And this is going to minimize blockages and guide the debris around the drum. And that really helps with increasing the airflow in the vacuum drum. The filter cartridge is easily removable and easy to clean. You can simply just unhook it below, pull it out, clean it, use an air hose, use water, scrub it, whatever you like. And that's very easy to do. The pole system is our 2-inch or 50-millimeter clamped suction pole system, and it does come with the exclusive Skyvac vac release pole. And in the video we show where you can release and twist the valve in the stem and release heavy debris from up top, or it really helps to clear clogs as you're cleaning as well. The Skyvac Sonic comes in 3 height packages, so if you don't need all 8 poles, you can choose a 4, 6, or 8 pole package, which would give you access of 20 on up to 40 feet or 2 to 4 story access based upon which package that you decide to purchase. And I did want to reiterate that if you're in an area that has super heavy pine needles, you may want to consider upgrading to the 85 or the Interceptor or larger systems if time is of the essence and you're really trying to maximize your day. Yes, those systems cost more, the upfront cost is more, but you'll make that money back in your time savings, and especially in those geographic areas that have heavy, heavy pine. So what's included in the Skyvac Sonic kit?
So you have the vacuum with the drain hose. You have a hose to pole cuff and a hose to drum cuff. You have the hose, which is the wire reinforced hose. You have 7 regular clamped poles and 1 vac release pole. You have the 135 carbon fiber rigid neck tool holder that comes with it. And you also have the accessories that will include multiple end tools and also a wet dry floor kit, as well as the hose and cuff for the wet dry floor kit. Now remember, the shorter hose is designed for the wet dry floor kit and the longer hose is used for cleaning at height. Each of them have their own cuffs. So when you do get your system, make sure you attach the right cuffs to the right hoses. Usually they come attached, but make sure you're using the right ones. You're also going to have a floor wand and your 3 floor head cleaning tools with your wet dry floor kit. The Skyvac Sonic does not come with a seed basket. So let's review the specifications for this Sonic Atom. It has 2 motors. They run at 110, 120 volt, 60 hertz, 13 amps. The motor wattage is 1600 watts, and that's total. And the plug is a standard NEMA North American 15 amp straight 3-prong plug, so that's going to plug into any standard outlet. The power cable length is approximately 26 feet or 8 meters. The water lift is 110 inch and the airflow is 170 CFM. The noise level is at 74 decibels, and the canister has a 12-gallon steel or 45-liter steel canister. The side entry port is a cyclonic 2-inch side entry port, and the blow port is also a 2-inch blow port. The filter protection is a curved steel filter protection plate, and the system's dimensions is height up to about 31 inches, length is about 19 inches, and the depth is about 19 inches as well. The weight is approximately 38 pounds or 17 kilograms, and the vac head is about 24 pounds, and the drum weighs about 14 and a half pounds, give or take. The hose is 16 feet in length at 2 inches, 16 feet or 5 meters at 2 inches, and the poles, they are 2 inches in diameter or 50 millimeters. They're 5 feet or 1.5 meters in length, and they weigh about 12 ounces or 350 grams weight for each pole. So with that weight, you'll notice that if you go up to height, it's extremely light. These poles are the very best. They're great poles, and they're extremely light to use, so you're not exhausted at the end of the day when you've been cleaning. If you use metal poles or something like that, you're just exhausted. It's too cumbersome and difficult to use those at real height. So let's talk about some of the frequently asked questions that we receive here at Skyvac. So first of all, how do you contact us? If you go to any of our websites at clean.direct or skyvacusa.com or even skyvac.ca, which is our Canadian website, you can call us. We have a contact us button at the top. You can click that and submit a form to us, and that comes straight into our system and gets assigned so we can give you a call back. Or you can call us directly at 844-759-8227. We're located at 1000 North Horner Boulevard in Sanford, North Carolina. That's right outside the Raleigh-Durham area. We're not too terribly far from the airport, about a 40-minute drive. And if you want to come in and visit us, we'll be happy to come pick you up at the airport, or just let us know, and we can schedule some time to do some one-on-one meetings or trainings. We also offer regular Skyvac training days about once a month, usually on a Friday. They're a lot of fun. We go through in the morning, we talk about marketing, and we go through all types of use cases, and we talk about all of our product lines. We have a very large showroom here. It's probably the largest showroom of its type in North America. And we talk about all of the different specialty cleaning products, marketing, pricing, operational techniques, all kinds of stuff, and then we do some demonstrations as well. So if you want to join us for that, just search on Skyvac Training Days. It costs $50 to join us. We just do that to make sure that you're committed. We want you to be here and learning. And then if you buy something while you're here, we just give you that $50 back. And we, again, hold those on a regular basis. So why would you use the Skyvac Sonic as opposed to maybe some of the other products that we offer? So the Sonic is a more affordable professional system, and it also is very compact. And I think that's why a lot of people use the Sonic, for its compactness, and it can fit in your vehicle, but also because it plugs into a standard 110 volt. What you sacrifice, as opposed to our larger systems, is it's not going to be as fast, it's not going to be as efficient, and it's not going to handle heavy debris like maybe, let's say, the Interceptor would. So you basically, it costs you time. We love this product. It's a great product. It could possibly fit your needs perfectly. But if you're measuring the pros and cons, you want to keep some of those things in mind. So how much does the Skyvac Sonic cost? So the Skyvac Sonic can be shipped via parcel rather than freight, which a lot of our systems have to come freight. And so we ship that into 2 separate parcels usually, and it can be received usually within just a week's time or maybe less. Depends on the time of year, of course, and how far back we are on our shipping log. But it costs roughly $2,000, right around $2,000. Now you may want a camera, you may want some extra tools, so it's possible that you could budget upwards of $3,000 for the Skyvac Sonic, and it's worth every penny. You're going to make your money back cleaning in a much more efficient and safe way. We haven't talked a lot about safety up to this point, but it's so much safer to be cleaning directly from the ground rather than climbing on ladders or climbing up onto the rooftop and walking the roof. Safety is a huge factor, and it's becoming more and more important. And we've also noticed that the insurance companies are charging more and more and more for risky endeavors. So the Skyvac can potentially offset some of those costs and certainly mitigate a lot of the risk factors when it comes to safety. So you might be asking yourself, where can I compare the various gutter cleaning systems that Skyvac offers? So if you go to any of our websites, you'll find a comparison link either at the top or at the bottom, and that's actually a side-by-side comparison that lists all the specifications for all our systems with quick links straight into the product pages where you can find videos like this one. And you can do a side-by-side comparison to see which one suits you best. Certainly, you could also reach out to us and we can just help guide you, mainly ask you some questions about what type of debris you're cleaning, how often you're cleaning, a bunch of standard questions, so we can start to narrow down the choices that you might have to suit your immediate needs. A lot of people ask us about financing. So we do offer financing. It's not in-house. We have 2 partners that we work with. So we work with Time Payment and we work with Click Lease for equipment, kind of standard equipment business leases. You can do it as an individual, you can do it as a business. There are some requirements for both. We also offer 2 plans for installment payments. So maybe you don't want a long-term financing, but you just want to spread your payments out over a short term, maybe 6 months to a year. So we offer Shop Pay installments. That's through Shopify, and we also offer PayPal installments. So that's 2 ways to tackle the financing from an installment standpoint. Where can I see a demonstration of Skyvac? So we do not go and visit on site anymore. It's just too big of a country. It's a great place, but it's just too much travel for us to try to reach every nook and cranny and corner of this country. We are in a niche business. We're not a massive, huge business. We are a niche industry. So if you want to see the product live, we encourage you to come to one of the training days. You're more than welcome to come visit us. We'll pick you up at the airport. We'll roll out the red carpet for you. You can come see us here in North Carolina, and we'll give you a demonstration. We'll go through everything. We've helped many customers and many startups start their business. We've helped many existing companies grow their business, and we've been doing this for almost 9 years here in North America. We've been doing it much longer worldwide, but here in North America for about 9 years, and we'd be happy to spend the time it takes to help get you jump-started into this business if you're new, or to help add this as a new service for you if you're wanting a new service. We do have a warranty on our system. We get asked that question a lot. The warranty is 1 year that covers manufacturing defects from the time you receive the system. We kind of have a motto here: if you break it, you pay for it. If we break it, we pay for it. But we try to help out. We know sometimes bad circumstances can happen, so we always try to help out if we can. But we do carry all the parts. We carry everything here. We can ship it in really quick time. If you do have kind of a system down problem, we typically jump those up in the shipping queue and get something to you as quickly as we can, because we don't want you to be down. We want you to be working and successful in using your Skyvac. We frequently get asked if you can use a drop cord or an extension cord with your system. You can. With the Skyvac Sonic, we do support you up to 100 feet of extension cord. We do ask you to use a heavier gauge, like 10 gauge cord, because we don't want to degrade the power running from point A to point B. If you do, eventually you're going to wear your motors out and you're going to have them replaced. So we want that to be beneficial to you, so you have a lot of reach from your electrical source, but we want to be realistic as well and not damage the system. By the way, you could also use a generator to power your Skyvac Sonic. So if you do already have a generator, you carry one on board, you could plug into that, and that way you don't have to find an outlet anywhere around or inside the house or structure that you're cleaning. So a word of precaution, the carbon fiber poles do conduct electricity. Now, the poles on the Sonic are a hybrid blend, so they're not going to be as conductive as full carbon fiber poles, but there is some conductivity, so you want to be careful around any kind of wires or open lines or anything like that. If you're cleaning in a subway or around train stations or in a real dangerous environment, we do sell a set of poles that are purely fiberglass that are non-conductive. And please ask us about those if you want to investigate having a safer system around those types of lines. Then we would recommend the trackside poles, and we have those both for internal cleaning and for external cleaning. So we get asked a lot about marketing. So one of our sessions in our training day is we spend the morning talking a lot about marketing. Back in the day, we actually used to provide a lot of marketing services to our customers. That kind of fell to the wayside because we got so busy doing other things. But we do spend a lot of time doing that in our training days, and we'll be happy to consult with you for no charge on what we can do or offer you from a marketing perspective. When you do purchase the system, you get free access to our marketing materials, which are on our website. You log in and you can get access to those. Also, we get asked a lot about pricing. How do I price my jobs? That's going to vary depending on where you live, but I think most customers like a flat rate or maybe by linear foot, but most customers have a hard time relating to that type of charge. You may figure it out, the pricing by linear foot, but most customers just want to know a flat rate. We see a minimum typically of $150 no matter where you are in the country. We don't like people to drop below that because you're offering a much more valuable service and safer service. You're eliminating or reducing the risk factor for the property owner, and you're doing a cleaner job, and there's a lot of benefits to using a Skyvac versus traditional methods. So we say $150 minimum. Of course, you can charge whatever you like. Certainly you can bundle it with other services like gutter brightening, window cleaning, other things that we offer, gum removal, that kind of stuff for commercial properties, but it's up to you. But we do see prices range all the way up to even $400, $500, $600 on just a residential house, depending on where you're at. That's US dollars. And then we also see from apartment complexes and bigger projects, you can see much higher than that. So this particular industry is very lucrative. And also we find that there's a certain subset of customers that really value cleaning by using a Skyvac versus traditional methods like walking on the roof or using ladders. So we do have a core customer base that really values Skyvac above all else. And we recommend that you market to those customers, and we can show you how. Let me close by thanking you for taking your time to watch these videos and explore Skyvac as a method for either adding or improving your gutter cleaning experience. We welcome any questions that you might have outside of this. We'll be happy to spend time with you to discuss these products and our other products that we offer. It's not uncommon for us to spend an hour or two with a customer up front to discuss these in detail. If that's what it takes, then great. If you want to come see us and see everything in person, then great. We can make that happen. But I wanted to thank you for taking this time. Please let us know how else we can help you, and we just appreciate your interest, and we wish you the best success in your business endeavors, and let us know how we can improve or make that an even better experience.